As hunters across the state get their camo and orange ready for hunting season, Idaho Fish and Game is reminding them to be on the lookout for chronic wasting disease. This disease is contagious, it's incurable, and it is always deadly to animals. News Channel 7's Jude Binkley spoke to Fish and Game about where they're seeing the disease right now and what they want hunters to do after a harvest.
Morgan, chronic wasting disease affects deer, elk, and moose. It can't be treated, and it's leading to population declines of wild deer in several other states. And while Idaho Fish and Game doesn't know how the disease made its way over to Idaho, now that it's here in some populations, it's here to stay. So they're relying on hunters to help monitor for CWD.
Big game in the Gem State have more than just hunters to be wary about with the recent rise of chronic wasting disease.
It's fatal. So there's no cure or treatment. So once one of our populations is infected, it stays infected, and we have to manage for the disease.
Idaho Fish and Game first detected chronic wasting disease in 2021 in Game Management Unit 14, north of Riggins and south of Whitebird.
Since 2021, we've detected CWD in 49 animals, 1 elk, 8 mule deer, and 40 white-tailed deer.
Many of those cases have been found near the Slate Creek drainage north of Riggins. Once an animal is infected, it may take 18 to 24 months for it to die from CWD.
But they only show symptoms usually within the last 3 to 6 months of the disease. So an animal can seem and appear perfectly healthy, but they could be still carrying that prion.
Idaho Fish and Game says they rely on hunters for health surveillance.
And that doesn't change for chronic wasting disease.
They're asking for help across the state in providing samples from their deer, elk, or moose harvests. In Game Management Units 14 and 15 in north central Idaho, it's mandatory to provide a sample.
The rest of the state, it's voluntary.
Hunters can take a lymph node sample themselves, request a sample kit, or take a harvested animal to a Fish and Game regional office or check station.
And we just ask that our hunters help us out because we rely heavily on them so that we can find it in new areas and hopefully find it quickly.
And there have been no reported cases of chronic wasting disease affecting humans. But Morgan, the Centers for Disease Control recommends that people don't eat meat from an animal with CWD.
No, all good reminders. All right, Jude, thank you so much.